Hello, and thank you so much for watching my first episode of Radiant Kitchen. I am so excited to bring this to you, and I'm hoping it will open up your eyes and give you a bit more of an idea on healthier options that you can choose and just other little tips and tricks that you can learn when it comes to food. So welcome to my kitchen. This is literally my kitchen in my home, so welcome. In today's episode, I'll be talking about the superfood of the week, which is going to be chia seeds, and I love them and they can be used in so many ways, so I look forward to talking about those with you. I'll also be talking about an exercise myth, and for those of you that have read my article in Women's Health and Fitness magazine for July 2013, you would know a bit more about this myth. And finally, I will be talking about chocolate. So choosing the good and staying away from the bad. So I'm hoping that will give you a bit of a more of an idea on what to choose when it comes to chocolate. So let's get started. I will talk about the myth first, I reckon. So the myth is all about getting a flat belly. So I get a lot of people coming to me saying that they want to get a flat belly, and they assume that doing belly exercises and ab exercises is going to do that. But unfortunately, ladies, it's not the case. To get rid of that extra belly fat you need to do cardio. And I know about 80% of my clients hate cardio. They don't like doing it, but this is why I get you to do it. Cardio increases your heart rate, gets the blood pumping, and really attacks those fat stores, which is kept around your middle. So doing all the sit-ups and crunches you like is not going to get rid of that bulge. You really need to do cardio. So learn to love it. Learn to love running, learn to love exercise bike, learn to love the cross trainer. Any sort of cardio you like, you really need to embrace it if you want to get rid of that extra bit around the middle. So next time you think of doing sit-ups, maybe go for a run instead. But of course, having a strong core is very important. So still do your plank holds and all that. You can still do your sit-ups and crunches, but just make sure that you don't have that in your head that is going to give you a flat belly. All right, moving on to chia seeds, our superfood of the week. A lot of the things that I make have chia seeds in them. They don't have a taste really, they just bring a texture, and they are so good for you. So chia seeds are literally just little black seeds. So you can get black or white chia seeds. I buy these in a shaker because I think it's really handy. But any type of chia seeds is awesome. So chia seeds are high in omega-3s, which is a fatty, healthy oil that we get from fish, for instance. So if you're not a fish lover, chia seeds are a great option to get those omega-3s into you. They're also very high in fibre, so if you need a bit of extra help going to the loo, again, chia seeds are amazing for that. And of course, they are high in protein. So protein keeps us fuller for longer. So it's a low GI food, meaning that your body processes that food and digests that food quite slow. So that what makes you feel fuller for longer. So chia seeds are just so versatile. You can get creative and use them anywhere. As you would have seen, they're in my bliss ball recipe. I always put them in my bliss balls no matter what flavour I make. They're just a superfood right here. You can add them in your smoothies, in your juices, add them on cereal, add them in your baking. So I put them in my blueberry and banana bread that I make, muffins. You can really put these babies anywhere and you get the full benefits. And also my coconut chia pudding is so delicious. So if you haven't tried that, head on over to the recipes tab on my website and find that under breakfast. So yeah, just keep chia seeds in mind. They are just amazing for you. And like I said, they don't have a taste. So they're just perfect to add into your diet. So give them a go this week and let me know how you find them. All right, let's move on to chocolate. I went to the supermarket this morning and bought all these boxes of chocolate, and I was in my Radiant gear, and people probably thinking, what is she doing? But today I've bought multiple types of chocolate for you. I have your good old Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. I have a Wonka caramel block. I also have a Lindt 70% cocoa block and a Lindt dark chocolate mint, as well as sugar-free dark chocolate mint. So I've got a whole wide variety of different chocolate here that I want to show you. And just to give you a bit of background, when it comes to sugar in general, sugar on the nutrition label on the back should be around 5 grams per 100 grams of sugar in whatever it is that you have. A lot is 15 grams per 100 grams of sugar. So keep that in mind as I go through the details of the different blocks that I have here and how much sugar is in them. So let's start with our naughty ones, I reckon. So I was actually quite surprised myself with this. The one with the highest amount of sugar is your Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. So this has 57.3 grams of sugar per 100 grams. So this is a 220 gram block. So if you eat half a block, and I know if you're like me, you can't stop at one square, you have got 57 grams of sugar. And I've measured that amount of sugar out for you today so you can actually get a visual on how much sugar you eat if you're eating half a block of Dairy Milk chocolate. It is roughly 1/3 of a cup of sugar. So all this sugar is what you are eating in half a block of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. That is a lot of sugar. So keep that in mind. I actually thought the Wonka Caramel Hat Trick would have the most amount of chocolate, but it doesn't. It has close to Dairy Milk. It's got 56.2 grams of sugar. So remember what I said just before. Sugar should be 5 grams per 100 grams, and a lot is 15 grams per 100 grams. So this has 56 grams. So again, it would be almost 1/3 of a cup of sugar in half a block. Let's go on to Lindt. Lindt is a great option that people tend to go for. It's dark and people assume dark is good for you. But I've got a bit of a comparison here between the 70% cocoa and the mint infused. So with the mint infused, you are looking at 47 grams of sugar. So almost the same as the Wonka and the Dairy Milk chocolate. But if you get the plain 70% cocoa, you are looking at 29 grams. So you've got 29 grams in normal dark chocolate and 47 grams in mint infused. So you can see the difference as soon as you start bringing in any other type of flavouring, such as the mint, the amount of sugar skyrockets. So a lesson in that, how about we forget about that and go straight to the 70% cocoa? You really can't go wrong. It's still a lot of sugar, but 29 compared to 58, I think there's a good amount of difference right there. And we've got for your sugar-free, I know a few of my clients eat this sugar-free. Just make sure with your sugar-free stuff, it is all natural. We don't want artificial. So artificial sugar comes in diet soft drinks, so stay away from diet soft drinks. If you're going to have a soft drink, have the proper soft drink. Your body knows how to process sugar, even though it's not good for you, and it knows how to process fat. But as soon as you start adding chemicals into whatever it is that you're eating, your body just can't deal with it. It's just not good for your body. So stay away from artificial sweeteners. So this block here has only 0.2 grams of fat, 0.2 grams of sugar, I should say, per 100 grams. So there's hardly any sugar in this. So this is a great option. Just remember that in moderation, yeah? Even though it's still healthy, if you saw my blog post from last week about healthy snacks, you still need to have it in moderation. So don't think just because it's only got 0.2 grams of sugar in it that you can go and eat a whole block. Okay, that's not what this is about. This is about getting your fix. So I measured out, back to the 70% cocoa, I measured out the sugar content in this one. So 29 grams, if you can see right here, it's still quite a bit of sugar. I reckon it's maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar in half a block of this. So the good thing about dark chocolate is it's quite rich, and we're usually, I know with myself, I'm usually quite satisfied after a square or two. Any more than that, I just feel sick. So that's a good thing about dark chocolate. So your two options out of this is definitely either the sugar-free or 70%. And if you don't mind the bitterness of chocolate, 85% by Lindt is even better again. So if you can, learn to love the 85%. If not, you've got the 70% right here. So I'm going to measure out, I think, 100 grams of the dairy milk chocolate just to see how much that is compared to the plate I have of dairy milk. So let me open this if I can. It makes it very hard to get into. Alright, let's measure out 100 grams. And then I'm going to scare you even more and tell you how many burpees you need to do to burn off this amount of chocolate. So by the looks of this, we're looking at about one row is about 25 grams. Alright, got it. I'll put this on the plate next to my sugar here. It's quite a bit of chocolate when you actually take it out of the packet and have a look, to be honest. Alright, so we have this much chocolate is 100 grams to this much sugar. Can you see there? That's a lot of sugar for that. Looks like more than what's actually there. But that's only half of what's in there. That's crazy, to be honest, really. Now, let's talk about how much exercise you would need to do to get rid of even, let's go with the suggested serving size. So back to the Cadbury Dairy Milk. On the back here, the suggested serving size is approximately 4 squares. So that's about a row. So you're looking at maybe about 150 calories in that row of dairy milk chocolate. You would need to do almost 160 burpees. Yes, 160 burpees to burn off this baby here. Let me leave that with you. So, 1 burpee equals almost 1 calorie. So, next time you go to pick up that chocolate, have a think about how many burpees you need to do, how much sugar is in those items, and then decide whether you might decide to change to dark chocolate. I know dark chocolate is definitely a refined taste, but once you like anything, your taste buds change. So once you start to eat it, you will actually really like the taste of it. And when you go back to milk chocolate, you'll notice the amount of sugar that's in it, and it's quite revolting. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you found it very helpful when it comes to chocolate, adding chia seeds into your diet, and of course doing sit-ups and cardio to get rid of that belly fat around the middle. All the best. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below or email me or whatever you like. I would love to hear from you. And if you've got any suggestions for either superfoods or an item like chocolate that you would like to see on Radiant Kitchen, please let me know. In the coming weeks, I will be doing pasta and I will be doing yogurt. So thank you so much for watching, and all the best.